So a lot of people ask me, how did I become an entrepreneur? Now, the story is actually fascinating because I became an entrepreneur by accident. I was 9 years old. I was still living in Harare, Zimbabwe. And the ice cream truck was rolling down the street. And I ran into the house, went to ask my mom for some ice cream money. And that morning, I'd been a little bit naughty. So as a way to punish me, my mom said no. And for me, I was like, wow, like, how could one person control my ice cream destiny? Like, literally that day, I saw my neighbors, right, my friends, go to the ice cream truck, buy ice cream. It was a very hot day. Like, when I think about it, I actually start, sweating. And because my mom said no, I wasn't able to have an ice cream. And although I was only 9 years old, I thought to myself, what can I do to make my ice cream dreams come true, right? Like, I wanted to take control of my own ice cream destiny so that if the ice cream truck comes by, if I've been naughty or not naughty, I could still have an ice cream. And one thing I quickly realized was that entrepreneurship was the answer. So as I'm walking outside, thinking about, okay, what business can I start? I realized that my neighbor's windows were dirty. So I ran into the house, I grabbed my mother's cleaning supplies, I grabbed a bucket, and I went over to my neighbor. And I don't know if it was because I was a good salesman or she just felt pity for this 9-year-old kid who was asking to clean her windows, that she said yes. So it took me 3 hours to clean all of the windows. And it was that day that I earned my first $5 as an entrepreneur. And the next day when the ice cream truck came by, I ran into the house. Instead of going to my mom to ask for ice cream money, I went into my room, grabbed my wallet, took my $5, and bought the ice cream myself. And that was literally the seed that then resulted to me being the serial entrepreneur that I am today. And I tell you what, I'm really happy that my mom said no that day because she was able to show me, or it enabled me to realize that entrepreneurship is empowering. I solved my neighbor's problem. She had dirty windows, and I got rewarded for that. But more importantly, I was hooked because I was like, okay, I want to do more of that. I want to solve people's problems and generate revenue doing it. And when I finally came to America, with only $40 in my pocket and a suitcase and a dream, I started my second business, while I was in my dorm room with only $150. And we grew that business, we scaled it. It was a social venture. We ended up educating 150 kids in Zimbabwe through that business. And it actually then led to me being recruited by a multi-billion-dollar company to actually work on innovation. So my job within that company was literally taking ideas from scratch and turning them into businesses. And again, the seed was laid when I was 9 years old, just trying to have an ice cream. And here I was, X amount years later, right, now working inside a big conglomerate as an entrepreneur. Now, to take it even a step further, I left the corporate world after spending over a decade over there. And now I've started creating businesses with different business partners. We have the cookie company Unbelievable that you all know and like. My wife and I also started a personal development brand called ThisIsMyEra. Me and my friend from college, we started a sports merchandising business called Signables. And it's been very exciting to be an entrepreneur. Now, along that entire entrepreneurial journey, I learned a lot of lessons. And I've been able to package all those lessons into my book, The SPEAR Method. And what SPEAR stands for, the S stands for seek your purpose. So if you're an entrepreneur getting ready to start a business, you should really take time thinking about what is the purpose for this business? What is the reason why this business should exist? Because when you take time really thinking through your purpose, you'll be in alignment with yourself, which will lead to fulfillment. Now, once you've identified your purpose, you want to come up with a plan, right? Because failing to plan is planning to fail. So make sure that once you understand your why, you come up with a plan in order for you to achieve that why. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to now take action, right? So S is seek your purpose, P is plan, and then E is you want to execute, right? For spear, you want to execute. You want to take action. Because what's the point of you coming up with a plan and not take action, right? So you want to take action because that's what brings the results, which leads to A, which is achieve. So when you take action, you're going to achieve maybe 100% of your plan, or maybe it's 20%. So whatever achievement you make is going to be a result of the action you're going to take. And then it leads to R, which is you want to repeat the process. Because if you achieve only 20%, you want to make sure you go back and make sure that you're in alignment with your purpose. You either retweak your plan because it only got you to 20%, and then you want to execute, and then you're going to achieve a certain result, and that's the spear method.